There are now 5 heirlooms in Apex Legends, and besides the actual item itself, each heirloom has dozens of animations that are unique to it, hidden kill lines, and other hidden secrets.
Oh, sorry. Looks like I didn't know my own strength. Sorry.
So I'm going to go into depth and look at every single heirloom and cover all the stuff you may not know about. This will help you to decide which heirloom should you get. Of course, we're going to start with Mirages, the newest heirloom to be added to the game. We'll first start with the unique kill lines that happen when you kill a player with the heirloom in-game. Not eliminate, but kill them. With Mirage, there's quite a few, and actually there's some interesting lines that the heirloom itself says when you hit somebody. It's like this little action figure that activates when you hit someone. So here are some of the lines.
You got bamboozled. Woo! Oh man, that was amazing. Hyper, but Hyperman. I've had a really good time here.
Round 1.
Guns, please, guns. I don't need guns. Oh yeah, my biggest fan's gonna love that. And you're hitting me.
Now let's look at the unique animations that come with Mirage's heirloom, and there are tons. Some are just kind of randomly picked between a pool of animations, and some are super rare. So I'm going to get into some. There's going to be some very funny moments and some tear-watering moments too for anyone that knows the lore for Mirage and his mother. So first things first, this is the unique animation that plays when you first equip it. And then we have 2 different types of animations that play depending on what gets picked when you do the inspect animation. One, he just pulls the little pull and it plays a noise. And as you can see here, there's a few different sounds, so I'll let those play now.
I can't get enough of this. Everyone should have one. It should be a law, actually.
Hey there. I'd give you 3 wishes, but let's be honest. They all 3 just came true. Wink.
Oh, this is just great. Mom's gonna love this.
Ow! Why? I'm just kidding. But ouch though. Seriously. Pull easier.
He then looks at this thing here. It says best competitor in a battle royale based on skills, but mostly good looks. They made this a thing on Twitter back during the Game Awards last year, so it's really funny to see it in game. The second inspect animation that can play is where he kind of makes it activate this sound and this song, and then accidentally drops it. Now this one has a few different variations that you can hear playing now. If you hold down the sprint button while pressing inspect, Mirage will twirl it with his hand. It does this very quick, satisfying twirl, and it's really weird. Sometimes it will kind of glow and have these fireworks activate. I don't know if there's a specific way to do this, if you have to spin it really fast, but it happens every now and again, as you can see through this footage here. Now it's time for some very cool animations for when you hit people. There are a ton of different animations for whether you're sprinting, jumping, crouching, sliding, all of that stuff. Each legend has these for their heirloom, but Mirage also has 2 very rare animations that are just going to really make you laugh. Now, one of them, as you'll see in a second, basically what he does is he uses his 2 fingers to like prod someone's eyes. This one seems to be rare, but not that rare. I spent about half an hour just spamming the hit button over and over and over again, and I got this one maybe 7 or 8 times. Now there's an even rarer animation, the pork chop animation. I could not get this, and I found a clip where somebody got it. They spent 2 hours before they finally got it in the firing range. And what's even crazier is there's already a clip of someone getting a kill with the pork chop animation. The chances of that are so small. I mean, not only do you have to get 1 hit on that player and knock them, but for it to be this probably 1 in 5,000 animation, I'd probably guess around that estimate. It's just crazy. It's so cool that someone actually managed to do that. So yeah, what an awesome Awesome animation. Of course, a lot of people know Mirage loves pork chops. It's just a big meme at this point, so it's so funny that they put that in the game. Now this one is really cool. So you know that Mirage has these goggles, but in all of his skins he never actually wears his goggles. However, when you own the Heirloom and have it equipped, all of the skins that have goggles actually make him wear it. As you can see, the goggles are equipped, but you can see with the decoy the skin is default and the goggles are up. If you have the Heirloom, you can go and check this out in game by doing this slide in third person mode, and you can see that the goggles are equipped. This is such a small tiny change that's just so awesome to see. Before we move on to the next Heirloom, I quickly want to show the third person animations for Mirage's hits. One of my favorites here is when he does an overhead swing. It would absolutely destroy someone with this thing. This thing's made out of metal, by the way, so that's pretty crazy. So yeah, that is Mirage's Heirloom wrapped up. Next we'll take a look at Octane's and then go one by one through all of the Heirlooms so that you can get an idea about which one to choose and spend your Heirloom shards on. Octane may have one of the most interesting animations for the inspect. I'll show it now. It's one of the most detailed and lengthy. It has so many twirls and steps to it, and it just one-ups the previous one, which was Pathfinder's, which was also incredible. I feel like each time they add an Heirloom, the inspect's going to get a lot better. Octane also has a few different stances depending on crouching, walking, sprinting, and even stimming, which is really cool. This is a unique animation just for Octane. Since the last time I did the Heirloom comparison video, the devs actually added a new animation for Octane when he comes out of a slide or a jump. It's a really cool little flick with the butterfly knife, but there are still some kind of janky animation issues. For example, when you spam the inspect button, he kind of just moves his arm up and down, which is a bit weird. Every other legend has some really cool, unique animations while sprinting, so I'd love to see this for Octane, and then it would be one of my favorites. Octane's attack animations are a little basic. There's no variation as far as I can understand. In terms of other legends, the Heirlooms like Lifeline's Battens or Pathfinder's boxing gloves have so many different attack animations, but Octane's are pretty low tier, more in line with say Wraith's Kunai, which I'll show later. However, the best thing about the Octane Heirloom has to be the animation. Now I will play Octane's Heirloom kill sounds. These are voice lines that play when you get a kill, not a knock with the Heirloom. This means you need to either kill a down player or kill a player that is the last player of a squad. There are 6 different sounds for Octane.
They thought they could get the jump on me. Whoa, how many likes will that get? Oh, how many likes will that get? Increíble. Piernas, tienes mi corazón. Incredible. Piernas, tienes mi corazón. Increíble. Piernas, tienes mi corazón. Incredible. Amo estas piernas.
Up next we have Lifeline, which has a unique animation when you first equip them for the first time, and also here is the inspect animation. This is one of the most detailed inspect animations, and it goes on for quite a while. You get a real good look at the buttons, and she's just twirling them around, and it keeps going. It's one of my favorites, and all around, Lifeline's Heirloom is my favorite, and you'll see why in a minute. Firstly, we have these different stances. There's crouching, there's walking, and sprinting. Obviously there's no stimming, and we have sliding as well. And this is one thing I like. If you press the inspect animation while it's running, it twirls the button. For example, on Octane's, there's no animation there. It's broken, I'm not sure. Lifeline has a few different attack animations depending on her stance too. For example, jumping, sliding, standing still, and a few different basic attack ones too. They're definitely very cool. But what you'll notice is the sound effects are the best for Lifeline's Heirloom. They are my favorite. They sound so cool. Here are Lifeline's kill lines.
You got flatlined. Now you're out of my way. Now you're out of my way. So sorry. You're out of lifelines. Sorry. You're out of lifelines. This way's faster. Feel that rhythm drop. Kill that beat.
Wraith also has an animation when you first equip the Kunai for the first time, as you saw there. The inspect animation is very simple actually, but I do quite like it. And despite some of the much better animations with the inspect button, Wraith's is one of my favorites because all of the animations are so smooth. When you are running, you can press N to do this little twirling thing freely. You can also see that the stances are pretty basic, and so are the attacks. But despite all that, I just can't help loving this heirloom. This is my second favorite heirloom personally, just after Lifelines, because being able to just twirl the kunai knife as you're running is just, I don't know what it is, it's so satisfying. There are Wraith's kill lines.
I play the hand I'm dealt. All you need is all you have. That one's for you. Freedom's what you take. That's a clean cut. Swift, strong, simple.
Next we have Bloodhound, who also has a unique equip animation when you first use it for the first time. Here is Bloodhound's inspect animation. Quite simple, but definitely better than Wraith's kunai. It's like a step up. Each time they add a new heirloom, it really does step up the previous one in terms of animations, and this was the second one. Bloodhound also has a twirling animation when you press N while sprinting. This is the inspect button. As you can see, I quite like this one, but the only thing is it cuts off on the screen. This is the highest FOV. It's still the same case. We have a few different stances, like the other heirlooms, and then as you can see, a few different attacks. I like Bloodhound's attack animations. They are very cool, especially the overhead swing whilst you're in the air. There's just one simple attack animation for when you're standing though, which is a bit of a shame. Here are Bloodhound's kill lines.
I grace the All-Father. Odin bear witness. Valhalla awaits us both. Hrafn's Bita bring me glory. Raven's bite bring me glory.
Then we have Pathfinders. The coolest thing about this has probably got to be this animation, as you'll see. Some people don't really like Pathfinder's gloves, and I do agree. I think that they're one of my least favorites. They're very colorful, but I don't know. There's nothing, as you'll see in a minute, there's nothing you can really do with them. I mean, there's no kind of inspect animation whilst you're running. Although when you do run, you'll see that the screen goes into that heart shape and they kind of bounce around a little bit more. There's tons of different attacks though with this animation, as you'll see in a minute, and a few different stances, but they're pretty basic. So the best thing about Pathfinder's boxing gloves is definitely all of the different attacks, and there's one really secret one which I'll show you in a second. But as you can see, all of these are based on how you're stanced. If you're crouching and walking, sprinting and jumping, there's a variety of different attacks based on your stance, including this big overhead throw here. And now here is Pathfinder's rarest animation for punch. It's like the boxing gloves falls out and then he has to pull it back in. It's really funny. I'll show you it in slow motion too. This happens quite often, but if you kind of just punch around a couple of times, you definitely won't notice it. It's definitely really cool, and it makes me wonder if there are any other secret animations, especially for Octane, because he's very new. So if you do see any, then let me know. But I think I've covered every animation. So now I'll show you Pathfinder's kill lines, and that wraps up things nicely.
You're a bum, friend. Oh boy, right in the eye of the tiger. I could have been a contender. And I am. Do you like my new toys?
Alright everybody, thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this video, and I hope that this helped you to choose your heirloom. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the comments. Cheerio. Did you know I stream almost every day from 7 PM UK time or 11 AM Pacific Standard Time? You can catch me live right here on YouTube, so make sure you have notifications turned on. I also have a new members program. Become a member for $2.99 a month, get your comments highlighted in videos, get a cool badge in live stream chat, get access to these cute emotes, and also gain access to my members tips videos, where you can ask me for any tips, and I'll be making new videos weekly to help you improve your own game. Click the join button or click the link in the video description to get involved.